Hey everybody, Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinion, coming to you really quick for something that is coming up that is pretty good idea, and hold on to it for something detrimental when it comes to going to concerts and being prepared. That's right. So, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a smoke, grab on your butts, your balls, your boobs, whatever you got. As long as you don't have both, because then you're a weirdo. But, here we go. Alright guys, so this one is just real quick about how to prepare for a real concert. I'm not talking about your local dive bars that have shows. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a real big name. And every now and again in your dive bars you might have that. But still, when it comes to a real big name concert, here's what you got to know. First, know your lineup. Know who's playing, when they're playing. Okay? So if you're going for only one band, know the bands that are beneath them. So you have time to check out the merch. You have times to get drinks. You have times just to kind of mingle. So, first things first, know your times and the bands and when they play. Okay? Second thing that ties into times, if it is a really big show, okay, really big band, and it's not an assigned seating situation scenario, okay, it's luckiest man, earliest man gets the first place on the rail, okay, because who doesn't want to see the band playing right there in front of them? Nobody, unless you're a old guy that just wants to watch it and see it and not be surrounded by mobs of people. That's another thing for another story. But know the times, know your surroundings, excuse me, and get there, which falls into the next number of time frame of getting there early. Okay, so say it's a really big band. Take the population of the city you're in and do a little math and say, well, this is a town of 150,000 people. This venue only holds 20,000 people. So, take account for how many people might love this band as much as you do. Okay? Now, if you have assigned seating, that's totally different. If you have VIP, totally different. But this is what I was taught by going through years and years by one of my teachers, none other than Daniel Rose Spears. Those two knew how to get to a concert and knew how to plan. Next thing, think about, is it BYOB? Carry your own chair? Is there seating? Is it only standing? So you got to think about where you want to stand, where you want to sit. Excuse me. So think trajectory of where you want to be in the concert. That also plays into how early you get there. So if the show starts at 6, and if it's a really popular band by population of your city, then take account for how early you want to be in line. So let's say, for instance, this Friday, Blue October is going to be in Lubbock, Texas, at Cook's Garage. Well, not a huge venue, but it can fit a lot of people. But Blue October to people nowadays isn't as much as it was 20 years ago. So you kind of weigh it out and go, they're going to bring their kids and all that, and there's no seating, so bring your own chair, or don't waste your time and be a boss and just get there as early as possible. So get there in line as early as you can, okay? Put your ass in the line right at the gate. Say the doors open at 6. Doors open at 5. Whatever. Show starts at 6 or 7. Well, you gotta have time to go get you a drink, hydration, because you've been waiting out in the sun and you gotta rehydrate. Well, you gotta plan before that. You gotta have your hydration already accounted for, because you're going to be waiting in line for a long time if you want to be on the rail where the concert matters. Now, the sound does not sound, and the music does not drive you perfectly the way it does way back in the back, as much as it does in the front, because that's more personable. All right. Next thing, you got your hydration, you got your time frame, you got your line waiting, where you want to be, okay? As I just mentioned, do you want to be in the back to where you're not cramped by hundreds or thousands of people? Do you want to be that close? And are you claustrophobic? That's another question to ask. So if you're claustrophobic, no, take your time. Don't wait forever. Well, matter of fact, just wait forever. And just get there when you get there and find a place way back. If you don't want to be like catching their sweat from their balls and their musicians and their equipment, and yeah, just sit back and enjoy it, because you will not be cramped. If you want to be a part of the mix, get your ass close. Now, when you are close, the amps are like here. Well, can't see it on camera, but depending on how far the rail is from the stage, the amps are either right here or a little bit over there, and you're just getting blasted. That could be a factor. Here comes the next thing that you should have, which is hearing protection. Gotta have some hearing protection. I don't care if you have the over muffs. I don't care if you have the squeeze and put them in there, the shooting ears. I don't care. You gotta have some hearing protection if you are in a concert that is way more octave and loud than you're normally day-to-day used to. Have hearing protection. That's the next thing. I don't want to say lastly, because I could probably come up with a couple more, but next thing, If you go to the show and you're right on time and you want to see every band, don't bother about wasting your money on merch, because it is so expensive that by the time that you showed up and have time to go over there and check, it's already gone. Not to mention, it's 50 times more expensive than you expected. Band t-shirts back in my day were $25. Well, a t-shirt only cost me $5. So think about nowadays under the Joe Biden administration and the inflation, and there's no such thing as radio, and bands are only doing live shows and they got to make their money. So you are not going to find a t-shirt less than $35 at a big name concert ever. If it's a small local just slipped in, you might get lucky for 25, 15 if you like them and flash them. But other than that, you ain't getting shit for cheap. Beer. Do not go in there expecting to get drunk. Number one, it's the middle of the summer, coming to the tail of the summer. It's going to be hot. Do not drink alcohol in the middle of the summer if you are not in a arena. If you're out in the God-given skies and heat and elements, yeah, no. Mama Rose taught me that one. Yeah, I spent all my money on water. I gave you $20. Yeah, I drank it all. And not in booze. I drank it in water because it was San Antonio and it was hot. So, moving on. So, expect the expense. Whether it's alcohol, whether it's water, whether it's t-shirts and memorabilia, whatever it's gonna be. You are going on a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You are paying double the expense, no matter what. The band's got to make money, the bar's got to make money, the venue's got to make money. Hey, I have paid $18 for a beer at a damn baseball game. Quite frankly, I was pissed. I'm not doing that again. But at a concert, a really good concert, $12 a beer is probably what you're looking at. For a really big one, you better savor it, you better love it. The other thing, getting faded before the show. I highly don't recommend it. I really don't. Because that fading could kick in before the band that you really want to see, and then you're just nonchalantly just and it's not fun. You don't remember. You were there, you have the ticket, but you don't remember the songs until you wake up. So don't get faded before the show. Do yourself a favor, watch a show sober, and then go out and have fun. Around here, the shows normally end at 12 o'clock. The bars close at 2. You got 2 hours to get your ass there and have a good time. Don't go in there faded. Don't get faded. Enjoy the music. Next. Do not, and I repeat from experience, stand by the place where the band walks in or where the band hangs out and buy them drinks. Don't do that. Because the band's already been paid and they already have their alcohol. If you have that opportunity to hang out with the band, That's cool. But do not buy them shots thinking that no matter what they say, that you can come on the bus. You can come and hang out, or they will come and see you for what you bought them. Do not do that. It will never fucking happen unless you are a beautiful piece of ass, busty and beautiful, that a band member that's not married, which 90% of them are all married, will say, you, come here. It's not going to happen. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Get you an autograph if you have that opportunity. Get a hug, get a picture, selfie, whatever. That's it. Don't buy them drinks. Don't drink with the band. And do not expect to be on the bus or see them later. They get out of an hour, 45-minute, hour and 45-minute set. They don't want to fucking talk to you. They don't remember you. They are so high off of that, they just want to go cool off. They are not thinking about the guy that they talked to before the show and what's going to happen next. They're ready for the next venue, the next city. Do not sit there and try and drink with the band before the show and think you're going to get anything out of it. Just don't do it. Lastly, do not go into this concert, whatever you may have, whether it's your most favorite band of ever, childhood, nowadays, just do not go in there thinking that you are going to have the greatest experience that you had from their album. Don't. Okay? Always walk into the show thinking it's only gonna be less than what I heard off of their album. Do not walk in there thinking it's gonna be better. Trust me, out of the hundreds and hundreds of bands that I have seen live and the thousands of bands I have listened to off of their albums, do not walk into a live concert and think this is gonna be amazing. There are several times that I've been like, damn it, that is awesome. And I can name off a couple bands that did it, that did better than their album, but they didn't play all the songs, but they showed out and showed up. But there's been a lot of them that I show up and I'm like, I gotta hear this song. Oh my God, this is... And then they get to it and I'm like, dude, you let the crowd sing everything? You didn't say... Like, come on, man. Then again, it's all about the experience and how you partake and perceive. But let me tell you, do not walk into any concert thinking this song that I want to hear is going to be any better than what I've heard off the album. Don't do it. Don't set yourself up for failure, because if you get to that point and you think so, and they have a bad night or a bad show or maybe technical difficulties, then you're just going to be like, son of a bitch. The one song I wanted to hear, they fucked up or something. Don't do it. Don't go in there expecting what you heard on the album. Hey, they don't have all the auto tunes. They don't have all that shit. Alright? It's going to be exactly just them playing their instruments live and raw. Not going to be perfect. And if it is perfect, question that shit. Oh, wait, his guitar's not plugged in, or his hand isn't moving during this chord. Nothing but a heartache and a failure. Do not walk into a show and think that you are going to see what you grew up with and what you fell in love with. It's a bad way to go. So, these are my, I stopped counting, but these are my rules and things to look out for when it comes to seeing a live show for a good band and preparing for it. Grab onto your butts, grab onto your balls, grab onto your boobs, and have a good time. But guess what? Don't put too much into it. Have a good time. Don't hyperventilate. It's going to be a good time. And just go with the mindset of, I only expect to hear their worst. Sounds terrible. I am going to hear them mess up. And if you go with that mindset, then you will always be surprised and enjoy it. But lastly, before I hit that 25-minute mark, don't go there and watch it through your phone the entire show. If there's a song that you really love, all right, pull up your phone, take a record, take some pictures, fine. But do not watch your phone and the band through your phone. Don't do that. It's not as special. Yes, you captured it, and you can share it, and you can love it, but watch the bands. Take your pictures, take your videos when you really want to have that captured. But other than that, just try and sit back and enjoy the fucking show. Alright? These guys do this day in and day out. It's the same show as the one the day before, if not the very same day. Chances are everybody has the exact same video from a different angle. So enjoy it through your eyes, because only your eyes will create the memory that you can share with other people. Not your pictures and your videos of, oh, look what I got. Oh, hey, look what I got. Yeah, no. Your memories of seeing how this member did that member did this, is so much more special. And if you really love the band, that makes you have a connection when all that happened, without you filtering it through this right here. So, do yourself a favor. Hydrate well before, pre-game, if you need to. Get your ass to the front row. Wait and enjoy. If you're claustrophobic, get your ass back in the back. Other than that, just have a good time, be safe, and rock the fuck out and enjoy the rock show. So, Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinion. Just talking to you a little bit about what I've been through out of the hundreds of concerts I've been through. How to prepare, how to deal with, and what to expect. Have a great time, and hopefully we'll see you at the rock show.